hot day, just loving life. And today we're going to be talking about freedom secrets to getting past $100,000 in your business. So if you're an online coach, if you're working on Facebook, if you're building your business on Facebook, if you're building a business, helping people, doing a lot of great stuff, I want you to drop down in the comments. That's me down there below. Also, if you're tuning in live, I want you to put down where you're tuning in from. Twan, we're tuning in from Houston, Texas. What's up, my friend? How you doing today, bro?
What is going on? God is good. He's blessed us with another day. This is a day that He has made. We're glad and we're rejoicing in it, despite how hot it might be. So once again, if you're brand new to the group, definitely send us a friend request, send us a DM, and we definitely want to connect and learn more about how we can add value to you and definitely help you grow and scale your coaching business to 100K and beyond. But without further ado, today we want to talk about the word freedom. How
Freedom.
freedom. How important is freedom in your business? I love what you did earlier, Corey. If y'all seen Braveheart, very good movie. Mel Gibson has this awesome scene where he yells out freedom. And today we want to talk about freedom secrets in not only growing and scaling your business past 100K, but how to get to that $1 million mark using these secrets. So if you're taking notes, you're watching on the live stream, drop the word freedom in the chat. We're going to dive in right now. Let's get into this. All right.
Oh, y'all
So,
ready to get started? If y'all ready to get started, put freedom down there in the chat. Twan, we're going to go ahead and share our screen. We're going to dive right in. Let's get to it, man. Go ahead, brother.
all right. So, just to give you a quick backstory, in January of 2021 is when we officially partnered up and created Premier Excel Coaching, which is on my shirt right now. And we made 100K in 83 days, launching our first high ticket offer using our free Facebook group. Okay. This picture, it just, I mean, it speaks a million words here. To the left there, you'll see a Whataburger coupon. We actually got paid with that. Yeah, we got paid with a burger joint coupon, which was really the defining moment in our business of, are we going to continue doing this, or we're going to fall back and maybe go get a regular job. Corey had 15 turned down emails. I almost went back to selling crawfish at my cousin's restaurant, but we kept on moving forward. We kept on persevering, and you'll see, Corey, that's you with 100K in Kajabi.
Yeah, man, and look, gang, when we signed up for Kajabi, I remember Twan, we were going back and forth with Kajabi, we were going back and forth with ClickFunnels. I actually joined the One Funnel Away. I don't know if y'all joined One Funnel Away challenge as well. Just trying to figure this online game off. So every time we got these mile markers, I want you to write down mile marker. First mile marker was that burger joint coupon, and I almost forgot about it, but it became that catalyst. Then the second one was that 100K right there. And you also see the evolution of my hairstyles as well. So on the second pictures you see, we got the 250K award. And then at that point, Twan, I want y'all to write this down. We were like, why not? Why not seek the $1 million Kajabi award? So if y'all are a Kajabi user, we use Kajabi for our online platform for our actual course that's actually created over, I want to say, Twan, almost $7 million in the last 2 years. It could be about 6 or 7 million in the last 2 years. But that course has now created $1 million in our business. So when you process $1 million in Kajabi, what you'll end up doing, if you look at the picture on the right, you'll see that $1 million award, the 1M. So you can see from 1K to 10K to 100K to 250K. And it just took a lot of perseverance. And we just persevered through this whole thing. And then we just jumped. And Twan, we used to always say, jump and build your wings on the way down. How many of y'all heard that? And how many of y'all are jumping and building your wings on the way down? Man, it's just been an incredible journey. But Twan, if you look at that last picture too, you see the $1 million group award. And now you look on here, you got the ClickFunnels award. When we started this gang, we didn't start this thinking that we're going to build a multi-million-dollar business. In the last 2 years, we scaled over, 2.7 million in our own business. But we started this journey saying we're going to have $100,000 in our year. In our first year, we did almost $1 million in 14 months. And Twan, man, it's been an exciting journey, man. I mean, it's been a great journey being with you. For those who are on the journey, just put it down in the comments. I'm on the journey. And hopefully today we can tell you something that inspires you to just continue on, especially with these freedom seekers. It's gonna knock your socks off today.
Yeah, faith doesn't make sense until you actually look back at things in reverse and you realize, man, God was working the whole time behind the scenes. It requires a lot of discipline, determination, and just dedication, right? Everyone can have a desire to build a thriving 6 to 7 figure coaching business, but at the end of the day, you need to be really disciplined and just really put in the work. I want to ask you this question right here is, what's your definition of freedom, right? Do me a favor, maybe just drop something in the chat. Like, what is your definition of freedom? Because this is really important of just, knowing how to implement freedom in your business. I'm pretty sure that every one of you on this call right now or watching the replay, you're building this business not only just to make money, but you also want to achieve time, freedom to do the things that you love the most. I want to kind of talk into this real quick because this is really important for you to really grasp, right? When we talk about freedom, for me and Corey, I'll just kind of speak on my behalf and my fiance, is freedom in my business is being able to travel, to work remotely, to give my time, to give away my finances. I want the freedom and flexibility. Like, if there's 3 things I'll share with you right now is what I want to be known for is, number 1 is generosity, right? Is the freedom to give, whenever I can, whenever I want, to advance the kingdom of God. Another very important part of my business is flexibility, right? Flexibility as, being able to travel, to work remote. Corey just came back from this awesome vacation where he got to work from the beach. I think the business paid for who wants to work at the beach? Drop in beach.
Well, and the business paid for it. Yeah, you're right, Twan. I mean, like, the business paid for it. How many of y'all want to have your business pay for your trips? Twan, we normally typically travel every 3 months, and we're going to show you a couple of those pictures in a few. But I mean, how many of y'all want that freedom? Like, Twan, what you just said, the generosity, it just makes my heart overflow, because I know I've been with you. I've traveled with you. We've been in Uber, and every I would say 90%, my 85-90% of the time we get in the Uber, Twan's always asking about that person's faith. Like, he always finds a way to, like, kind of talk about faith. So when you say generosity and giving, when you say generosity and building the kingdom, I can see it firsthand. And I wish you all was with us inside the Ubers, but man, I see it firsthand, man, and I can see that playing out in your life.
Yeah. So write these three things down too. Number 1 is generosity. Number 2 is flexibility. And you know what 3 is? Legacy, right? Legacy, right? You might be on this call and you're saying, Twan, making money is not that important to me. Okay, that's cool, but I would really ask, like, you really can't do a lot without money. And maybe you're working a 40-hour-a-week job, but you're working for money to provide. So I do want to reemphasize, we're not here to teach a prosperity gospel. We're not here to teach you to chase after wealth and riches. I mean, you came into this world with nothing. You're going to leave with nothing. But at the same time, wealth and money can do a lot because it's a resource. And if you learn how to steward it well and just trust in God, and God has given you the ability, I'm speaking to somebody right now, like, God has given you the ability to produce wealth. It doesn't come handed over on a silver platter. If you learn how to utilize the gifts of God, you can actually create wealth in your business. Okay. I want to share with you a really cool testimony of one of our clients that we've helped implement freedom. This was an actual message that she sent me. So y'all stay tuned for this, because it's going to really kind of open your eyes to, like, man, am I really implementing freedom in my business? Okay.
I feel I'm a little dumbfounded, to be honest with you, but then again, I know God is good and God always shows up on time when it's his right timing. And for me to I need to check my numbers, but I'm pretty sure I'm right around the 30K, and I've never done that in my life. And I honestly feel the fact that I'm able to do this, and I've had a record month at my network marketing business as well.
So good.
I feel I'm a little dumbfounded, to be honest with you, but then again, I know God is good and God always shows up on time when it's his right timing. And for me to I need to check my numbers, but I'm pretty sure I'm right around the 30K, and I've never done that in my life. And I honestly feel the fact that I'm able to do this, and I've had a record month at my network marketing business as well.
So good.
Yeah. That was from a fitness coach that has been working with us for the past 6 months. She's generated over $100,000 already using our Facebook growth funnel. And it's all about freedom, right? The reason why we do the things we do is not because we want to be a slave. We don't want you to be a slave to your business. We want you to implement freedom, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today when we share with you some of the top freedom secrets inside our business that we want you to really grab a hold of today. So if y'all ready for that, type in secrets below.
Oh, type it in, gang. And if y'all can resonate with that message that Angela did, I mean, like, just put in there, like, I can resonate. So Tuan, what I want to do is let's kind of walk through too. Angela sent us a message, and I was actually trying to like duplicate what she did. You know, when she had that 30K month, she actually did it from the beach. Like, she was with her family. And I remember it says sitting at $22,000 so far at the end of this week. I feel it coming. Put that slide up on the screen, and that way I can I'll show y'all, gang. She said, happy Monday. And what a way to grow from the beach. She actually used our system, and it was so easy to implement that she actually was able to do it right from the beach. And what I love about that other comment you see, wow, we're so proud of you, the yes mom. We said that because I remember when she was telling us that she wanted to be the yes mom, and now she's the yes mom. So what I want you all to do is drop in the chat, yes, mom, yes, dad, yes, grandma, yes, aunt, whatever, whoever you are, yes, cousin, yes, brother. So you are the yes person in your life now. This is what freedom looks like. The freedom looks like your ability to say yes versus no, and then live on the other side of that yes. So if you can jive with me on that, just put yes down there inside the chat. Tuan, man, as we share these secrets, these are some things that really unlocked a lot of things in our life, our business, our relationships, and our health. And how many of y'all want freedom in your business? Like, type me or type freedom down there. If you want freedom in your business, type me in the chat because we're going to share some freedom secrets with you.
Yep. And here's another cool testimony. Joanna Wright is another client of ours that has implemented a freedom model in December. She generated 72,000 just using our Facebook group strategies and then just launching virtual events. And she had one of our biggest months. But once again, these are the testimonies of true freedom in your business that allows you to scale and just really build the life of your dreams. So if y'all ready, let's go ahead and talk about freedom secret number one. If you're taking notes, write this down. It's simple. Know what you want and why you want it. I remember me and Corey were on a yacht with our mentor, Chris Robinson, president of the John Maxwell team. And we had, it was one of those mentorship moments where, we were sharing our journey. And, I asked Chris, when we were on a boat, I said, hey, Chris, man, based on what you shared with us, like, what's your advice for us? And you remember what he said to us, Corey?
Bro, he did. He said, based on where you're at, he just says, know what you want and why you want it. It was so simple, Tuan. And I remember just the words just kind of resonating in my heart. And, hear me out. He said, every one of you on this call has potential to become great at what you do. Like, you're a coach because you've showed some type of success in your life. Your why is so key in this moment, especially when obstacles and challenges. And Tuan, I was talking about this with one of my friends this morning. I've been on this workout journey. And every now and then I have to like press myself to say, hey, I got to embrace the suck because I know what's happening. Only reason why I can do that is because I have this vision. I'm visualizing the perfect outcome. And I'm taking this and I'm holding that vision so strong that when obstacles and challenges come around, I can actually persevere. Because without it, you'll forget about your why. You'll forget about why you started. You'll settle for comfort and mediocrity. And you'll go back to what you were doing before. And Tuan, I know you were talking about like at one point about coaches burning out, and then they just go back to what they were doing and they prove the people right around them that said that, hey, you should have done that in the first place. Because most people won't encourage you; they'll just discourage you. And one of the things that really stuck out to me last week is just like I remember listening to it was like last month. I was listening to Chris, and he says it's not that you can't; it's just that you won't.
Say that again, bro.
So think about it. It's not that you can't, it's that you won't. And those are the things in our life that we just gotta like, you can do it. It's just sometimes we just don't do it. So today I want you to just make a declaration in your heart, in your mind, that I'm going to do the things necessary to do the things that God has purposed me, designed me to do.
So good. I want to add this too, right? So freedom secret number 1, we're talking about knowing what you want and why you want it. Okay. So when you discover your why, your how will always be revealed, right? Just keep in mind. But when I don't discover my why, or I don't have a strong why, my how will always resort back to what is comfortable. Okay. So when I ask you a couple questions here as we just kind of wrap up freedom secret number 1 and kind of dive into, like, you know, what are some of Corey and Twan's whys, right? Question number 1 is, what will my life look like when I achieve my goal? What would it, what would it look like? When's the last time someone even asked you that question? What will your life look like when you achieve your goals? Because a lot of us are driven by pleasure. Now, the second question I want to ask is this: what would your life look like if you don't achieve your goals?
So good, man. That's some good questions, gang. It's soul-searching questions. Like, what would your life look like if you achieved your goals? What would your life look like if you don't achieve your goals? And behind every goal is just a different story. And Twan, we got quite a few stories that's behind our goals. Like, if I look at this right here, you know, for me, I would say, like, in the middle part of it, you got my wife there and we're at a luau. You know, this is one of the things in the making. We've been married for 23 years at this time. We finally made it to Hawaii. We had kids, so we didn't really was able to take like a honeymoon. I don't know if you all like that as well. But when I was in corporate, I could never find my way to Hawaii. And then in November of last year, we went to Hawaii for like 8 days. But the cool thing is we went to Hawaii on our wedding anniversary. And then the next day is her birthday. So we went to a luau on her birthday, and she got a chance to hear the happy birthday song at the luau. And that's her picture right there at the top. And then right in the middle is Twan, is me, you, and Olivia. And my wife. We're traveling. We went, you know, business paid for a trip to Orlando. We're on the Harry Potter ride right after we got a full pay inside our business. And then, you know, it's just these are like the stories behind it. Twan, I really like your picture to the left though. Like that's that Boston trip, right?
Yeah, that's that Boston trip. You know, a big part of my story is just, you know, finding that Proverbs 31 wife. You know, where are my kingdom men at? Every kingdom man deserves a kingdom woman. And a big part of my why now is just building legacy. And building legacy requires you to have a strong helper, a God-fearing woman. And that's the upper left corner. That's Olivia. We're getting married August 28th. So 27 days and counting. It's going to be official. But yeah, just so many things come to mind when I think about what my parents, you know, I'm able to provide for them now versus before when they used to always provide for me. And so, you know, I love looking at the pictures of Corey and just all his family, because we're building legacy at the end of the day, and we want to leave a good inheritance onto our next generation.
Well, let me point out a couple of things too. On the way to the journey, we ended up getting our $1 Million Group Award in the middle, the ClickFunnels Award, and then we were on stage with John Maxwell. But now when you look at this is a trip that we just took probably about a week or so ago. You see us parasailing on the left hand. Look, these are things we didn't do. I'm just say this. Like, look, you ever went somewhere and then like you're at a cool place, but you don't do any excursions? Well, on this one, we did parasailing. We did what's the jet skiing, you know, and then you see like just different things on all over the beach. Like took pictures, took family photos. We took, you know, we actually had the photographer that I'm very close to. He traveled with us to take pictures, like on the bottom right hand side. That's like our first, Twan, that's like our first family photo in like some years, man. At the bottom right, and then the upper right is just the three couples that was all together. But man, this was such a special journey because it was an opportunity for us to break away from the business, not have to worry about the business. And look, the business grew while we were gone. How many of y'all want that? Like, how many of y'all want that type of freedom in your life, that your business grows while you're out?
I love it. Somebody's probably DMing me and saying, how do you get your photographer to come on the trip with you? Like these pictures, bro, I'm jealous because I don't have these type of pictures. Maybe I could just like Photoshop myself into one of these scenes in the background. But I hope y'all got some value just from Freedom Secret number 1 of just talking about generosity, flexibility, and legacy. All right. If I can leave you with just some takeaways on Freedom Secret number 1 is knowing what you want, why you want it, generosity, flexibility, legacy. All right. 3 simple things, right? Who's ready for secret number 2? Drop 2 in the chat. Let's get it. Freedom secret number 2 in growing past 100K to 7 figures. I love this one here. Is build for scale and not for burnout. Did you know that 81% of coaches never make it past year 3? This is because of these 3 reasons, okay? One is they just go broke, meaning that they're not able to make enough sales maybe in the first couple years. So they eventually quit and resort back to maybe just getting a 9 to 5, maybe going back to their corporate job, maybe finding another side hustle, only proving to their friends and family that maybe they weren't cut out to be a coach. Maybe they stopped 3 feet from gold. That's for somebody out there. It's for somebody out there right now that's thinking about stopping. You might be 3 feet from gold. Number 2, why coaches never make it past year 3? They burn out. They burn out because they get an influx of clients in the front end. Maybe they do just one-on-one, and they don't have a model that is able to scale, so they don't have any more time left to do the things they love, right? And so they just run out of gas. They might get a lot of clients, but that doesn't mean they have a scalable model. And then last but not least, they simply just disappear. I don't know how many coaches I started off with in the beginning that are no longer in the coaching industry. I don't even know what they do. You know, we talked about these big dreams and goals when we first met, but I don't see them no more. You know, how many of y'all can relate with this right here? Maybe it's 1, 2, or 3, but you got to be careful here in how you build. You got to build for scale, that scaling mindset, so you don't burn out in the journey. Another thing I'll share with you, Corey, is we can kind of talk into this too. Indecisiveness. Indecisiveness is the number 1 killer of your coaching business, right? So, you know, when you talk about burning out, a lot of it comes through indecisiveness on what should I do next? Which program should I do? You know, should I implement this model? Is it a funnel? Do I build a website? There's so many things that really clog up your brain in just making prompt decisions and being slow to change. I want to just kind of throw that in there because a big part of our business and how we've been able to build for scale and not for burnout is not taking a very long time to make important decisions. Are y'all with me there?
So good. So good. You know, you're going to hear Freedom Secret number 3 in a little bit. It's going to kind of make more sense. But right here on 2, when I think about decision, I'm just going to tell you, your mind loves speed. It loves quick decisions. That's one thing. I was joking with Twan. Like, I went to the store the other day. I bought like 3 or 4 of these shirts. I'm probably going to go back and buy 3 more next week. And you might say, wow, why are you buying all these black T-shirts? They're all the same, right? It's because, you know what? I don't have to think into why a decision. You get decision fatigue trying to go back and forth. Like, what should I wear? What should I do? Like, if you're a coach, what should I price it at? Who's my avatar? How do I market? What do I post today? How about if you eliminate all that decision fatigue and have like a system? Like for us, Twan, you know, I'll just kind of share a little bit here. Just take a little quick commercial break. What our clients get is a whole template of stuff. So that way they don't have decision fatigue. They can just follow our system. And our system is like I said earlier, is generated right about $6 to $7 million collectively with all of our clients. So like, if you really want to like check it out and have us kind of look over your audit, look over your offer or whatever in your business, we're going to open up an opportunity for you to do that later. And it's free. Like, it's just like, if we want to give back to you because we want to create more wealth, we want to create more builders out there of you actually going out and doing the work that you're designed to do. So remember, your brain loves speed, but it's all about you making great, quick decisions and making them like emphatically and not changing your mind.
Come on, I love it. And I think that's a great segue to Freedom Secret number 3, which is wealth has a need for speed. All right, Corey talked about how your brain loves speed. Wealth has a need for speed. Write this down, memorize this, declare this every single day, that you want a business model that's built on speed, right? And we're not talking about getting rich quick, but we're talking about getting rich quicker.
Hey, bro,
All
to be
right.
honest with you, getting rich quick is like getting rich in your lifetime because most people don't get there anyway.
Right. And it's a mindset that you have to really develop, right? You can go the conventional way. I want to talk more about the unconventional way, using a Facebook group model to create high ticket offers, to build a tribe of buyers. Like, we want to talk into 4 levels of what we call in kingdom entrepreneurship. And it's all about building value and then knowing where you're at in the journey. So I created a kind of a cool slide here. If you see on the left, it's called the fast lane to building wealth and achieving lifestyle freedom, right? That's a big part of what we're talking about today. And on the right, this is a slow lane, right? This is kind of like considered walking on the sidewalk versus driving in a car, right? Nobody wants to walk on the sidewalk because it just takes way too long to get to your destination versus driving. So, in this first, in the first 2 phases here, we talk about the slow path, which is number 1 is the employee, right? Many of us started off as employees before we actually became entrepreneurs. I know for me and Corey, we both served here, right? I was an employee. I was working a job making maybe $11 to $14 an hour, 40 plus hours a week. And I was trading away my time and my muscles, right? Here's the trade-off. I'm trading away my time, which is a limited resource, and I'm trading away my muscles, which is a physical resource that actually kind of, dissolves as you get older, right? And the big lie here, Corey, is the harder you work, the more you'll make. How many of y'all can relate with that?
It's so exhausting, gang. And I was in there, your muscles are a limited resource. You're trying to like use that limited physical resource to create wealth. It just takes too long for it. For the second one is a manager. Like that was me. I was the people who manage the people who do the thing. Like the first people, they do the thing. They the ones that do the thing. Second was that, I aspired to be in corporate. Like I was in corporate for 16 years. And what I found is in corporate life, 75% of the people live unfulfilled lives in corporate. Like that was me. I was one of them. I was happy that I was getting money, but you kind of like do just enough to like to kind of get by at some point. The big lie there is the more educated I get, the more certifications I get, the more I will make. And we carry that lie with us in our business. And we think that, hey, we got to go get all these different certifications, coaching certifications, and different letters behind your name. And if you don't have that, it's totally fine. You can actually build a coaching business. If you do have it, hey, it's still totally fine. You can build a coaching business. It doesn't really, you don't have to like try to go seek out new things. And wealth, though, Twan, wealth begins in the next 2 stages, though.
Yep. So let's talk about this. Communication and creator. These are the stages where wealth begins, okay? God created you to create. As a matter of fact, God the Father, by far, I consider him the greatest entrepreneur. Why? Because he created everything in literally 7 days. And so remember, once you start learning how to use your gift of gab to communicate to the masses, if you have an offer and you can build an audience, you can make millions and millions. And then if you learn how to create at a higher level, let's talk like Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, who else? Sam Walton. These are creators that have been able to generate wealth at such a high capacity. So those are the 4 stages there of just building wealth as an entrepreneurship. Here's a pretty cool testimony of one of our best cash collected months. This is 135 in just PayPal. But that was, I think, back in 2022. That was our first 135 cash collected month. I want to share with you another quick snapshot of just how implementing freedom and then generating wealth faster in our business. This is just a current snapshot of, from May to, I think, August, right, Corey?
Yeah, May to now. I mean, it's just this is just Stripe account. We use PayPal, we use Stripe, we use ACH transfer. But I mean, as you can see here, though, like, Twan, we never would have thought and imagined that we would have created a business that'll do something like this. I mean, the business we created before was up and down revenue, $2,000, $3,000 here and there, because we didn't have our business model right. So when you see the snapshot, I want you to also write down, I must have the right business model in order to get this done. And a lot of the business model, Twan, is really summed up in your offer. So your offer is going to be key. Your offer is going to be the key thing to you attracting new leads to your business. You want to say, hey, how do I attract new leads? It's really your offer. And one of the things we are opening up the doors for you, like, because like I shared with you earlier, we've got something special for you for those who stay in the end. We open about 20 spots. We'll do offer audits for you. Because the only thing we wanted to do is help you gain clarity. Like, this doesn't cost you anything. It's just for us, our team, going to spend the time to be able to do an offer audit with you. A lot of you all, when y'all talk to us, we talk to over 100 coaches, hundreds of coaches every single month. A lot of you all have seen our ads. You come through the funnels. But the biggest thing we find is coaches are having like $30 per hour offers, $50 per hour offers, $100 per hour offers. So if you really want to like start scaling your offer so you can have a bit that time freedom in your business, I want you to drop audit down there below. And what one of us is going to reach out to you. We'll schedule a quick 15-minute convo where we can actually go through your offer and see about auditing your offer and getting that offer out so it can be even more irresistible. So yeah, Twan, I mean, like, I think that would be the best thing for us to do for this group today. We love this group. Y'all been in this, a lot of y'all been in this community for a couple of years with us, and we want to help you. Like, we want to help you gain freedom. How many of y'all want to gain freedom in your business? If that's you, just type audit down there below. One of our team members will reach out to you, schedule a 15-minute convo. We'll look at your offer. We'll kind of give you some tips on how you can take that offer and scale it. And even also like how you can take some of that out that you're doing that's causing a lot of friction in your business.
Yeah. So once again, we hope that you found some tremendous value on the 3 freedom secrets on growing and scaling past 100K to 7 figures in your business. And then if you want to offer audit, just drop in audit and our team will reach out to you.
That's right. So gang, hopefully you enjoy this. Go ahead and drop down whatever your biggest takeaways down there inside the comments. We look forward to seeing you on our next live stream. I'm telling you, we're going to have a whole plethora of live streams just lined up for you to give you some tremendous value inside this group. But remember, drop audit down there below if you want us. We're only going to open up about 20 spots. If you want us to check your offer out, go ahead and drop audit down there. We'll take some time and do that this week. Until then, we'll see you soon. Be safe, be sane, be sanitized.